In this video, you're about to witness one of the most incredible transformations you have ever seen. It's even one of the most incredible ones I've ever seen. It is a testament to the strength, and the durability, and the resilience of our native Australian reptiles. This diamond python here, this exact beautiful specimen, has endured a long 6-month recovery with me. This particular snake was run over by a car. His head was practically decimated. There was cuts on his body, and look at that. You'd never even know. He's eating, smelling, seeing, his eyes are there, he's climbing, he's doing everything a healthy diamond python should be doing. And today's the day he returns back to the wild. So strap yourselves in, grab a drink, because we're about to see how this diamond python went from this to this. Alrighty, let's get this guy home. You can see here, normally on the top of a diamond python's head, they've got 2 big muscles here. I'm assuming jaw muscles. And where the car has compressed on the top of his head, he's just popped this muscle out the side here. So the vet's just left it for now. We're gonna see if it dies up and comes off itself, or we can wait till the swelling goes down, he's in less pain, and then we can take it off from there. You can just see how swollen he is. I haven't even touched him yet, and he's bleeding, the poor bugger. There's just still a few loose maggots inside his wound here. I'm just getting out for him. We don't want those staying in and eating down deep into the flesh. It's just not good. We got to get all of these out. Now, if you guys have watched the other video of the diamond python run over by the car, you'll know how quickly the swelling can go down. Keep in mind now how swollen he is. We'll check it again tomorrow. He'll just want a good rest in the bag without being hassled, and we can see how much that swelling's gone down. I just went and grabbed his antibiotics. You can see him reacting to me on this side of his body. That is just a fantastic sign, guys. Over the moon with that. So I'll give our anti-inflammatory first. So remember guys, I'm not a vet. This is just what I've been shown. Don't take tips and pointers and tricks from me in this type of thing. We want into the muscle of the snake, pull back, make sure there's no blood, and then we go in. That's going to help with our swelling. And secondly, our antibiotic, which is going to stop our infection, anything going really wrong with this, considering it's a very open wound. Big snake makes it a lot easier. Easy as that. Time to get him under some heat in an enclosure. Hey guys, so it's been quite a few weeks, maybe up to a month now. Yeah, I'd say about a month. Yeah, our diamond python has finished his antibiotics and his anti-inflammatories. The head, all the swelling's gone right down and the head's twisted sort of back to where it's supposed to be. But on this side of the face, there's a big bit of scabbing, which I think sort of preventing it from healing all the way. It's sort of stuck in there. So we're going to have a good look at that. The little muscle on top of the head shriveled right up. So we're going to have a good look. Probably try and get the scabbing and the muscle out so it can continue to heal. The hole can heal all the way and the mouth and jaw can go back to where it's supposed to be. Once we have a good look and clean it up, we'll probably leave it for another few days. And if need be, we'll run him back to the vet if he needs some more antibiotics, some x-rays or anything like that. But I got, what are these things? Cotton earbuds, try and clean it up, some tweezers and some betadine, antiseptic that we can put on it. We'll go get him out. Been basking all day, so hopefully it's not too toasty and feisty at me. So there he is there. There's another thing I noticed. So I think his tail was actually run over as well. We'll have a better look at that when we get him out. Yeah, you're outside now, so don't be grumpy at me. And you can see no problems with body movement. He can see me fine on this side of his head. I'm not 100% sure if this eye's functioning or not, but he still has his heat pits there, so he would still be able to sense prey, sense me over here. But this side of his body is working completely fine. But look at him there, he's flicking the tongue. But he actually is a very large snake, isn't he? Aren't you, buddy? You're doing well, I'm very proud. So I actually noticed too, the back of his tail must have been run over here. You can see it's starting to die just at the back, which it happens all the time in our wild pythons. A lot of the time they're missing that much, even more off their tail, it's no issue. The vet can probably cut it off and clean it up. If not, it'll just drop off on its own. As long as it's a fair distance behind the cloaca, no issues occur. So you can just see the dead bit on the end, and it's a bit floppy too. There's no feeling there up to about there. So just, I don't know, 10 centimeters or so. See, it's just starting to die. It'd probably break off if I tried. And when I walked up to him on this side, then he actually just reacted a lot. So whether it's those heat sensing pits or he still does have some sight in the eye, he's definitely got sensors on this side of his body. All right, time to get him to wrap me up and we can get stuck in. And he's just done a huge shit. Not on me for once, thankfully. And that's another good sign. He's been run over, all his bodily functions still work. So obviously no problems with his organs. That is disgusting. Oh, I'll move away. I don't want that wrapping around my arm now. It's on my leg. Oh, look at it. Nice healthy poo, which is great, just not on me. Ugh. Alrighty, buddy, what do we got? You can see all that scabbing. It's just got his mouth stuck up. It's probably a bit of necrotic tissue, and it's just stopping him from being able to heal 100%. So we'll look at sorting that out now. There probably will be blood and whatnot, but you got to do what you got to do. The head too, it's just about normal size now as well. No more swelling. Oh, there you go. There's a huge bit of dead scab, that actually looks fantastic underneath the scab. So that was just stuck there, preventing it from healing. So now that's pulled off, the tissue underneath will begin to heal again. You can see a little bit of bleeding, which means it's live tissue under there. There's actually a couple teeth in this, probably see it on my phone. There's a couple teeth in that scab, if I know where my phone is, which probably would have been knocked out when he got run over. And they've just gotten stuck into the scab there. I'm holding the snake in one hand, so I can't zoom in very well, but one there, one there. And that's actually tiny. And look at that, how much better is that looking already? So these guys lose teeth all the time. It's nothing to worry about. It won't even bother him. I'm surprised he's not wrapping me up. Not just this one, but others, they always wrap me up. He's just trying to get away and continue his poo that I just got on me. Some more gunk on the inside here. Just don't want any of this gunky stuff in there. It's just build up of infection and pus and just disgusting crap. You see that eye there? So that eye, I'm not sure if it's still functioning or not. It does have sensors on this side. Now that scab's out, you'll probably be able to heal this side up a bit better, and it'll give us more indication of whether that eye's still operating or not. Don't know how well you can tell on the GoPro, especially with my torch shining in your face, but that jaw's sitting pretty well straight now. Still a little bit crooked. I'll definitely take him for x-rays now that the swelling's gone down and have a better look. So let's see if this scab of muscle that popped out is ready to come off. There we are. And that's quite incredible. So the vets left that there intentionally. They knew that this was going to happen. There's spat everywhere. That is actually part of the muscle from the top of the jaw of this snake. Obviously a little bit of blood where I've pulled it off because it was quite a large scab. Essentially there's just a tiny little hole now which will scab over properly now that we've removed the big piece which was preventing it from healing properly. That's going to give us more chance with that eye as well. There he is, finally wrapping me up. Looks like he's about to squeeze out another poo on me as well. Looking like a completely different snake. If we look from above here now, how's that? You can see here where I've just pulled that lump of old dead muscle. The muscle on this side is obviously a bit smaller than this side, or a fair bit smaller than this side, because there is some missing. But I'm going to put him away now because I don't want to cause him any more trauma, especially now that we've pulled off this scabbing and it's going to start bleeding. I will put him back in the enclosure, let him relax under the heat before the day finishes, and I'm very, very interested to see how he's going to go in the next few days. I might actually put a dollop of antiseptic ointment while I got it here as well, just on this here and on the jaw. Let's get it all down this side where all the cutting is. Sure, no chance of any extra infection that we don't need. And that's one strong, pretty healthy diamond python. Look at that. Hey buddy, you're gonna come back to your enclosure like that. And that is actually starting to hurt my leg. These guys are so strong. There's nothing physically wrong with his body whatsoever. It's just that head. That's just what we're praying we can heal up and get him back out into the wild. You can see all the cuts and everything's all healed up well. It's just going to be how good his senses are on that left-hand side of his body. You can see the big reaction to the right. Still a reaction to the left, probably from the heat sensing pits. Yeah, time will tell. How's this, guys? I've just brought our diamond python just out into an empty aviary. Just for a bit of time in the natural sun. He's covered in cobwebs, don't mind that. But have a look at this. It's literally an empty aviary, and look how well he's climbing. So there's obviously no neurological issues going on. His sight's obviously not that bad. He's reacting to both sides of my hand. Like, look, the way he climbed up's ridiculous. I don't know how he'll get back down, but he obviously knows he can. Crash, can you not? Basically, the last thing I need this snake to do is eat. It's starting to warm up now. We're getting days in the 20s. So if we get a day like this, I might put him out again tomorrow to lay in the sun like this. And if he warms up, I might try and get a rat into him, and I'll see how reactive he is to the prey item, to the food source, see how well he gets it down, eats it. He just did a big poo, pretty healthy poo as well. He was obviously well fed before he had this injury. But look at him there, not a worry in the world. A few weeks later, it's really warming up now. Another look at our diamond python. He's coming along really well. Both of his eyes are really milky. He's about to go into shed. So I reckon once he sheds this skin, I reckon I'll be able to get a feed straight into him. He's getting more and more reactive on that damaged side of his face, and it gives me so much hope. Look at him. He's watching me. Very limited eyesight at the moment. Look how milky the eye is. That's how you know that the snake's about to shed. Oh, look at him go. There he goes. Remember earlier in the video, I noticed that he had a damaged tail and it had dried up and it had died. And have a look at this, if we can. It snapped off on its own and just healed back over. Snapped off all that dead, dying tissue. No infection, no vet intervention with that. Wow, look how active this snake is. Straight through my clothesline. My lorikeet knows he's on his way. Look at the reactions from both sides. Good side, bad side. Good side, bad side. It actually looks like the eyes come back. Early on in the piece, the eye was completely squished up inside the head. It actually looks as though, it won't let me get there, but it actually looks as though it's come back. There. The eye is there. It looked like it was missing early on in the piece, but that is definitely there. Once this snake gets a feed, he's going home. You lucky, lucky boy. Tough fella. Guys, I have the news I've been waiting to share with you guys for such a long time. So the last couple of days, our diamond python here, he shed his skin. So he shed all this skin here. He looks absolutely phenomenal. He looks like he hasn't had any injury at all. He's got both eyes, and you can see there, he's just wrapped up a possum. Stroked at the possum, grabbed it, wrapped it up, and now hopefully he's looking at eating it after he's constricted it. But I'm going to get out of here because I do not want him to let go of the food. I need him to eat that food so we can release him. Oh my God, as I was saying, guys, I am screaming with excitement. I have been trying to get that snake to eat for such a long time. I've been giving it frozen thawed rats and it just wouldn't eat it. A lot of our wild snakes that I have in care, it's sort of 50-50. Some of them don't care. They'll eat anything they're given. Literally anything. The other 50%, they're picky. They will not take it. They need something which has the natural smell of an animal in the wild. And look, unfortunately, I was just driving home, the car in front of me hit a possum, didn't pull over, kept going. I pulled over. Luckily enough, it was a male, so it didn't have any babies or anything. And I thought, this is the perfect opportunity to get this animal to feed because he is looking phenomenal and raring to be released back out into the wild. This is the first time he's actually striked wrapped up a prey item and constricted it. He was latched onto it. He hadn't done that with any of the frozen thawed food. So I'm going to leave him and let's see if he can get that down. If he gets that meal down, well, we'll know because he's going to have a huge lump in him, but we'll let him process it, break that down inside, and then once it's done, that meal's going to last him ages. We'll take him straight back up where he came from, release him into the wild, and this is going to be one of the most impressive rehabilitations I've ever seen. And isn't that something just seriously impressive to see, guys? I need to reiterate, if that's the right word. This possum was hit by a car in front of me. Little ring-tailed possum, male, died on impact. Bad head trauma. Didn't suffer at all. I got hit by the car, passed away. If it was a female, I would have checked the pouch, make sure there was no young, of course. If they were young, get in contact with a possum carer, get looked after them. Thankfully it wasn't, it was a male. And to be honest, what is happening right now is completely fantastic. This possum's life was not taken for no reason. This possum's life was not wasted. It wasn't hit on the car, wasted, run away on the side of the road. In essence, this possum has been gifted a second chance at life, at giving this snake a second chance at life, if that makes sense to you. I would love to film the whole thing and show you guys the snake dislocating its jaw, getting it up over the possum, just slowly down into the guts. But I do not want to disturb the snake. I need the snake to get this down. And we will see him in the morning with the biggest bulge. He'll be in the biggest food coma you've ever seen. And once he goes back to looking to normal, guess what? He's going straight back home and he looks like he was never hit by a car at all. He looks like a brand new snake. Beautiful big diamond python. But yeah, we'll touch base again in the morning and we'll see how that guy's going. Look at the flexing and the stretching of the scales. Now, this is not something I've seen before. This is just so impressive. There's the head there, and we've just got the tail left. This is phenomenal, guys. This is just absolutely incredible. Our Aussie reptiles, or reptiles all over the world, have to be the most resilient, strongest, diligent animals in the entire world. And look at that, you can see the muscles contracting, just pulling the possum further down into the body. That is just honestly incredible. This snake isn't too fazed by me, luckily enough. Let's let him to finish off his tucker. It's nearly midnight. I'm going to bed. And here he is the next morning, our champion. You're gonna be defensive now with a full belly. Yeah, you are, yeah, you are. Look at that big, fat belly. And we're just gonna need this fella for another, yeah, hello. I'll hang on to this fella while he digests that ringtail. Gee, what a blessing in disguise that was. This snake has now shown me absolutely everything it needs to. It's got vision on both sides. It's just healed phenomenally. I'll get some close-ups upon release. I'm obviously not gonna grab him with the full belly. The last thing we want is him to regurgitate, but look at that. Look at that. He has just come back 100 million trillion % more than I could ever believe. And this just shows how resilient these snakes are. And I'll do a little spiel upon release, but I just can't believe it. And I hope other reptile and animal rehabilitators are watching my videos. I hope you guys can share them to these people just to show what they can endure, what they can survive, and we need to give them a chance. They deserve it. Beautiful snake. Still see how stretched out those scales are. Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'll leave you alone. Well done, buddy. I'm very proud. It's so incredibly interesting. Even after that snake's injuries had nearly fully recovered, I started trying to feed him frozen rats and quails, and I thought he might have had some kind of neuro injury. He'd sort of stand up and he'd strike at the food, and it just wasn't right, which I have seen in other reptiles that have been run over, not diamonds, but I've seen it in lace monitors. And over time, those neuro injuries, whether it's swelling on the brain, it goes down and they regain full function, which is what's just happened to this snake here, thankfully. And yeah, like I said last night, he's fussy. He needed a real animal to eat. Didn't he, Crashy boy? This is definitely one of my proudest, most accomplished, head-blown rescues, and I'm over the moon. It's been 8 days now since our diamond python's eating, and that lump's finally starting to get a little bit smaller. He's starting to digest it down to a fairly decent size inside his body. He's done a huge stinky shit, so doing his job. The sun's gone behind the trees now, but he's come out to lay in the sun, and super cool snake. I can't wait to send him back into the wild. Hopefully next week or the week after, depending how this lump goes. You can still see there's still a lump in the middle of him. He's definitely getting it down because there's that stinky big poo. Yuck. Ugh. You want another one, don't you, buddy? You're not that lucky. You're gonna have to catch the next one for yourself. Alright, I'll leave you to it, bud. Don't want to disturb you. Guys, look what we've got here. Big, beautiful, healthy diamond python shed. And you know what that means? Our diamond python is finally ready to head back home, back up the mountains. Essentially, this video has been filmed over about 6 months, and I have no idea, I cannot remember for the life of me what I have and haven't filmed. So here's a quick rundown. Our snake was looking good. He was ready to go. The swelling had gone down, the injuries had healed, everything was healed up. Finally got him to eat. He was eating. I was like, I'll wait till he digests his meal, does a poo. He almost entirely digested his meal until he regurged this tiny little bit left. There wasn't much of it, but he also did a poo. And both the regurg and the poo were absolutely covered in these worms. They're about that long, these parasitic internal intestinal worms. Look, that's obviously something these animals have in the wild, so it probably wouldn't have affected him big time, but while we've got him here, why not try and get them out of his system? So, back to the vets we went. We got some worming medicine, which we injected into his prey item, fed him that. A fortnight later, fed him the other one, and now all his poos are beautiful clean. No more regurgitating food and no worms in the poo. So I was like, yes, he's ready to go. I come out on a nice beautiful day, ready to release him. He's got milky eyes. He's about to shed his skin. So again, we kept him until he shed his skin. We don't want to release him in a compromised position where he's struggling to see and whatnot. And now the skin's off. Look at that, beautiful shed skin, and he is ready to go. He's hiding under the pond there. I've already got it lifted up. We're going to get him out, get him in the bag, and we're going to take this guy home. What an absolute trooper. So he's a bit of a cranky boy now that he can see and all. So I'm not going to stick my arm in under to get him. Look at him, he's already sussing me out. If I stuck me arm under there, I reckon he'd probably give me a good old nip. There he is, we're gonna get him out. And it's perfect timing actually. I picked up a, I dare say this will be released beforehand, but I picked up a lace monitor a few days ago that was attacked by a dog, and he's going to be going in this aviary. He's had a few days rest just inside. He's mainly got punctures on the limbs, which is fantastic, none on the internals, but keep an eye out for that video. There he is. He's fine once he's out. It's just getting him out of that initial curled up position where he's defending himself. A little bit of stuck shed on the end of his tail there, which I'll help him with right now, and that's better. So you can see he did lose a bit of his tail there. It's a bit of a nub, but that heals up just fine. It's a well distance away from his cloaca. I actually picked up one a while ago. Tail was missing right up to the cloaca. It was absolutely incredible. If that snake had lost another centimetre of its body, it wouldn't have made it. But there he is. Beautiful, beautiful diamond python. Oh yeah, I told you he's alive and can see. There's no denying that. But that is the injured side there. Well, what was the injured side, and has made a complete recovery. Can you believe his eyeball is there? It's like nothing has ever even happened. And this is an incredibly beautiful large diamond python that's ready to go home. And I've just put him on the clothesline here so we can get a good look at him. So you can see he's lost a little bit of his lip there. It sits a little bit weird, but all in all, it is good. And he's got an eye. That is the most incredible part of all of this. We compare it to the other side. I can't really see, but you can just see his mouth all the way closed. So all he's got is that tiny little bit of an under or overbite, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, incredible snake who is ready, more than ready to go home. So we're back up here in this guy's home habitat. He actually came from a house, so the ridgeline's just up there. He came from a house sort of down that way over there. I think he was actually living in the shed. I think that they might have accidentally reversed out, ran over his head without them knowing. The other option is he was crossing the dirt road there and someone nicked him and ended up in the shed. But I'd say it's more likely reversing out of the shed scenario. They didn't actually notice that there was anything wrong with him. They just noticed he was sluggish. He'd sort of come in and out of the shed for a few days until they're like, shit, there's something going on with him here. And that's when they called us. And thank God they did, because I don't know how that guy... You know what? He wouldn't have survived. He would not have survived without human intervention. The state of that injury, he would not have been able to find food, shelter, cover. A predator would have got him before it had the chance to heal naturally. I'm quite positive that would have been the case. But nonetheless, he got human intervention and he is more than ready to go back in this beautiful, stunning Blue Mountains habitat. And look at this beautiful rocky escarpment here. The people said about a year ago they actually had a similar sized diamond python get into their bird cage, eat their bird, and then it was stuck in there. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same guy. They do hang out in the similar areas, especially if they do find that as a safe spot with lots of prey items. I'm going to keep walking along this ridge line until I find a perfect little spot for him. I'm thinking over there. You can see some big rocky boulders. So I'll see you when I'm over there. And here we are over where I wanted to send him. So there's millions of cracks and crevices through there. You got more rockery here, around the corner, up over there, there's more. And then you got down the valley, down the gully. Look at all that sandstone, all that rock. He's only from 100 meters up that way. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up back up there at some point, but he's going to know exactly where he is. He's going to be relieved. It's been a big 6 months for this guy. He came into care just before winter hit. It was probably good he didn't have to worry about getting a big food source to survive the winter and going and hiding out in the cold, because he was in the cozy confines of my house. But he's going to be more than happy to get out of the bag, and I'll probably just let him out, let him explore this, send him into there. He'll probably come straight back out like they always do. If he goes in there, that'll give him the opportunity to stay safe, work out that he's back home before he goes on and does his thing. That's another thing. If anyone does want to start catching snakes, just be kind to the snake. Take the snake out of where it's sitting in the bag, sit it on the ground, unravel the bag yourself, rather than holding it in the air, letting the snake spin around and making him dizzy. It's just the little things. Now look at that, shot straight out of the bag. There's the top of the head. There's obvious scarring. Where he lost all that muscle is almost unrecognizable now. Both sides of the head have gone back to normal. The obvious scar. I'm gonna let him go. He knows he's home. Sorry, bud. We just want to show the public how fantastic and amazing you are. How bloody tough. Toughest animals in Australia. There you go, my friend. Why don't you go up into there? There you go. Look at that. That is just honestly so beautiful, isn't it? They disappear so deep into the rockwork, you just never ever know they're there. There could be so many others, tiger snakes, diamond pythons, tree snakes, death adders, everything out here, and you you don't know. And there's the last of him. The last of him that we're gonna see. My buddy for 6 damn months. And that is the best feeling in the world. That is what I live for. This is what keeps me going, guys. This makes life worth living, eh? Getting these guys to live to see another day. That is just best feeling ever. Sounds ridiculous, but it's a good feeling. I love these animals. I love our reptiles, as everyone on this channel can probably tell. And he is as good as gone. You're a pleasure, buddy, and a pioneer, a poster boy for everyone else that's watching, and for any other snakes in the future that may cop a similar injury, rather than someone just dumping them at the vet going, wow, that's incredible, and putting it down thinking there's a point of no return. I do see it quite a lot. You see it on Facebook. People will put a picture up saying, oh no, this snake had such and such and had to be euthanized without giving it a chance. And I can see quite obviously that the particular snake they're normally talking about would have been fine with the right care. Also, in a lot of the snake identification pages, people will post, oh guys, I accidentally ran over a python. Will it survive? And these snake ID people, these snake ID people are doing a fantastic job. They're changing people's perception of snakes, but if they don't know about injuries, they shouldn't really be commenting on it. I've seen multiple posts. I've actually tried to pull them up on it, and they don't really like that happening. But they're right. Nah, if you ran over the snake, it's going to die unless it was over the tail. That was straight over the top of the head. You guys have seen on the channel where the body, the midsection of the body gets run over. We get a big slit in the scales up the side. We stitch it back together. 3 months and he's back out in the scrub. So this is what we need to show and share to educate everyone to know what these guys can survive. Another thing I pulled up one of the snake ID pages on was there was an injured python that had quite obviously been run over. The whole animal was degloved up the side, so much so that it would have been a tough one to repair and recover from. For that snake to have any chance of survival, it would have had to been stitched together in antibiotics. This snake was, it was not good. And they told these people to, oh, leave the snake. Humans, we interfere too much as it is. It'll be fine on its own. And it's just not an injury that far. The snake will just continue to deglove itself. It'll get full of muck, infection. And if the infection doesn't kill it, the predators will, because it's going to be slow and sluggish. And yeah, not a very nice end when a few stitches can fix that problem. But hey, I'll keep doing what I can, educate you guys that are interested in wildlife conservation, especially our reptiles, and we'll keep fighting the good fight. These guys keep me going, so I'll do everything I can to keep them going. On that note, I'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.